Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. We're just running this one back up to the dealership, and I'm going to return this grab. I'm not that keen on this grab, and I'd like to do something else. I honestly don't remember what I said I was going to do at the end of the last episode. It was only yesterday for me that I recorded it, but for you it's going to have been several days ago. This is the end of last week now. Things are going to get a little bit disjointed. We're running up to Christmas, so I'm trying to get ahead with my recording so that I can have a bit of time off over Christmas. I'm hoping to get myself 3 or 4 days over Christmas. I probably won't be answering any comments or interacting very much at all with YouTube if I can get everything done beforehand that I want to do, but it does also mean that I've got to push ahead quite a long way with videos as well. So it may seem a little bit disjointed, and also that there won't be any extra videos or anything like that. I've been trying to sort of think how to say this. Basically, I've received some extremely bad news. It's messed with my head quite a bit, and it's extremely difficult. It's a very rough time for my whole family, and there's going to be a processing time. We've got to deal with things. I want to look in here, but yeah, basically there's going to be some time to adapt, and we've sort of got to process things out a little bit. And once we've done that, things will be all right. But I'm finding concentration is a little bit of an issue for me at the moment, and it probably will be. So if my episodes seem a little bit disjointed and I'm not exactly flowing properly from one to the other, I just ask for a little bit of understanding on this. I'm still producing the episodes for you. It's just that that for the next couple of weeks things may seem a little bit odd. I may be unusually forgetful. I know that I'm fairly forgetful between everything anyway, but I may be a little bit more forgetful than usual just for the next few weeks while we kind of adapt to this thing that has happened. And yeah, it's no, I can't really say anything else other than that. But yeah, it's not good. But you know, sometimes these things do happen, and there's not a lot that we can do about it. So I've got a log fork back at home, and I was absolutely planning to do something, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. I know that we've got a small seed drill back home, and I'm just wondering if that was all I wanted, or did I want to do something else? At the moment, we've got this cultivator busy working over here. He's left a whole load of land on that bit, but we'll go over back over that, and we'll worry about that afterwards. We've got more land over here that's going to need to be planted. That's going to need to be planted, and we're going to eventually be carving out this hillside. I think what I wanted to do was I wanted to work on those trees on that hill. I know that we can kind of do 2 birds with 1 stone, and we can start moving in. Let's just go into this a minute and start the landscaping feature a second. And if we go whizzing back over here to home. Oh, no, that's not home. Over here, look. Now, we can get some grain going on this field here. We can have grass going up there. And I am actually wondering if maybe I should do grain on this big field here. Do 1 lot of grain on here. And we can sell the bales of straw off of this field rather than doing this as hay again. Or silage again. Because it does take quite a while to wrap all the silage bales, doesn't it? We can do a little bit of grass off of there so that we've got something for the sheep. And, you know, we can always do the bales and wrap them. Anything that we might want to do with the round bales, we could do them on there. If we're going to go bigger, I'd want a square bale, and we don't actually have a square baler at the moment, so I sort of thought that might slow things down a bit. So this way we could do some grain on here, and we could do some grain up on this one. Very likely we could sell our combine and then upgrade it, even if we just lease one for doing this crop. But that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. But no, what I'd actually like to do is I would like to remove these trees. And I was umming and ahhing about this as to whether or not we should remove the trees, or whether we should wait and do it a little bit later on. But I'm thinking, well, we may as well get on and do it, because it's something that we want to do, and then we'll be able to get in and start terraforming some of this in here, once we get money for it. And is that tree there? I'm still thinking I'd like to get rid of that tree. I don't like that tree being there. I suppose it's not really in the way, and we don't want to chop down. See, I'm always in two minds about that tree. So I think we will come back and we will have a look in there. So I want to go back into the shop, and I want to go to the forestry equipment. And this time we're going to go with this one here. We're going to go with the timber runner. We're just going to lease it. Yes, okay. And then I'm going to go back out of here, and we go into there, and I want the dollar. Oh, there they are. We've only got the one. I like the two-wheeled one. And again, this time, the same as last time, they've only got this single-wheeled one. But this one never seems to do well with any of the vehicles. Whereas the twin-wheeled one, the twin-axled one that came out as a mod, that one seemed to do a lot better. So I'm a bit disappointed that we've only got this one again. I'm going to go with the wide tyres on this. Release that one as well. There we go. So that shouldn't be too expensive. Now, we've got the crane. I'm going to keep the crane for a minute because we haven't actually tested it yet. And I figured, well, we could at least go and test the crane. The other thing is, are we going to be able to bring the logs in and tip them into this trailer? And it does look like we should be able to do it. You know, we got enough reach on there. It should be alright for reaching on that one. At least I'm hoping it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hitch this on. I think I can hitch it straight onto the weight. If I can't, then I can. Ideal. Oh. Really? Okay, I don't like that. I will unhitch that one. I will lower that front weight. Rear weight at the moment. And we will unhitch that one. Right, I'm going to take this lot back to the farm. Now, I don't need to worry about the trees that are all the way down here at the moment. Those aren't really going to come into it. They're not going to be affected. Possibly that one there. Certainly these over here are going to be need to be moved around. So if I drop that one right there, and let me just switch over. There we go. Put that one onto there. Then I can lower that one down and unhitch it. Like that. We can put that one back onto the back. I don't need to have the flashing beacons going anymore. We don't have very much in the way of seed over here. We're going to need to get some more seed as well. That's another thing that we want to do. I haven't done anything to the horses lately. As another thing that we want to do. So we do have our list of things that we want to do slowly accumulating. First of all, we're going to take that tree down there. That one right there. That's going to be probably one of the ones that's most in the way of everything that I'd like to do. Then the one in line with the trailer over there behind us. I'm thinking we'll just switch that one off a second. And let's go back. Oh. Yeah. I don't mean to, you know, kind of be a pain or complain or anything, but you do know that this is already, like, got crop in it, don't you? Although, now that I think about it, I just said that we were possibly getting a different combine and we were going to do a different crop in here, so cultivating in all of the grass, probably not a bad idea, is it? So we'll let that one carry. He can carry on doing what he's doing. He's doing a great job. Absolutely wonderful. Praise where it's due. He's absolutely deserving of praise, that chap. He's working very hard. We may be wanting that one. We'll worry about the log fork and everything in a minute. So I want that one up there cut down, and I want this one over here cut down. So let's do this one first, because this one's nice and easy to get to. We can just slice that one right through there. Then we can get the what do you call thingamajiggy over here as well. Right. Okay. I didn't expect it to quite do like that, but still, never mind. Oh, yes, that was the other thing, is I was wondering about whether or not I should get a placeable on here, because, you know, we could maybe do it with a placeable instead. instead of running off with the logs and stuff and taking them anywhere else. I have thought about that, and then I've reconsidered and decided, no, I don't actually want to do that. So I'm just going to very quickly come over here. I know that we've done a lot of logging, and you're probably getting fed up with it, but I would like to get this bit done, because then we can actually start, like, landscaping this. And I thought it'd be really cool to, like, get the cows in there as well. We can go for some crops. We'll work on the crops and we'll work on this all at the same time. So it's like multiple projects that we can work on. There we go. If I do that, that's got most of it done now. There. Go on. A little bit more. And back to there. Right, I'm thinking that's most of it that we need to do. Bring that one in over to there. Slice you off. A lot of these I'll be able to just go and pick up and put on by hand. I'm gonna sort of do it so that we're not doing all of them by hand. Bring you over. There we go. Chop you off, and chop that one off as well. If I can. There we go. Right through there. You're already cut off. So that great big long log there, I ought to be able to pick that one up with the tractor and put that one straight in. So this one here, we can run this one in, and this is the thing, though. You can't... Oh, yes, you can. I was just going to say, you can't put them, like, in between the bars, but you can put them in between the bars. That makes life a lot easier for us. But what you can also do is you can run along here like this, and then we can pick them up like that, and I can run them in like this, and then I can rotate that up there, and then I can chuck it up like that if I just pick up the very end of it. I'm trying to throw it at the same time as run towards it, but that doesn't seem to be working very well. So let me go there. Just move it forward a little bit. It's only got to come forward a little bit, and then it'll be fine. That one there I'm not going to be able to pick up, so let me go to the next one over here. Get that one. So yeah, we're not going to worry too much about making sure that we've got the perfect trees this time. And... You know, the one thing that you try to do with the trees is you try to make sure that they're all, like, done just right so that you don't have... Right, what's going on with that? So that you've got, like, minimal curvy bits on them. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm just going to grab the trees and we're going to chuck them in there as quickly as we can. So if we've got a load of curved logs on it, then so be it. We've got a load of curved logs on it. The most time-consuming bit is going to be doing that and getting these in here. But now I'm thinking, you know, we've got these going in here. Is it going to be worth me actually carrying those over? But then if I go and put that big placeable that I was talking about in the last episode down, if I put that one anywhere, it's not really going to be beneficial to us, is it? It's not really going to help, because we're still going to have to run and carry the bits of wood wherever we go to put them onto it. So yeah, I don't think that's going to help. So if I just grab that one, and I run this one in as well. Ooh, maybe I can do it like this. I can sort of do it like this. And then I can jump out again. Yes. I like that I can get in between the bars. I mean, I don't know if I can, like, lift logs in between the bars or anything like that, but I can personally get in between the bars, and that I feel is a step in the right direction. I can't pick up either of these, not that I really need to, and then I've got this one here. Now this one I do think we do need to cut in half, just so that we can pick up both pieces with the tractor, and then we're left with 4 pieces of timber that we want to pick up with the tractor for that one. So let me quickly go to said tractor, and we'll see how quickly we can pick these up and dump them in there. And this is going to be sort of the tester piece on this, as to how efficient this is, because we kind of know what the stepper crane one is like. We've used that quite a bit. We know how fast it can be, and, you know, conversely, how slow it can be. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. No, I don't want you. You can carry on. I want to have this one. We got the stump grinder on at the moment. I'm not worried about the stump grinder. We'll go and take that one off. But no, it was doing some more drilling. But I'm thinking that the seed drill that we got, with the amount of land that we now want to cover with a seed drill, maybe the seed drill we've got isn't quite suitable for the job. So if I bring our stump grinder over here, we're going to be wanting it here. I can leave it here under the tree. It's not going to cause us any problem. This is a nice, powerful tractor, this one is. You can upgrade this one, I've been told, to even more powerful than the Fendt that we've got over there, which is absolutely great. But we don't need a hugely powerful tractor right now. What we need right now is just a tractor to go and do some work. This one's got 500 litres of seed in it, and now this is a feature that I genuinely love with this game. Okay, we go and we unload. There, I've just taken the seed out of the seed drill and I've unloaded. Right. Hello, boy. Hello. I forget what the controls are. Right. Feed. Come. Me get that. Let's. Look. I got your ball. Fetch. You're useless. You are useless. I can pet him. There he goes. Look, pet him. He likes that. He likes that. Right, now, this. Ball. See ball? See ball? Look. Ball. Here. Oi. Numbnuts. There. Fetch. Good boy. Bring it here. Bring it here. That's it. Just stare at it for 20 minutes and then not do it. Okay, you have passed the test. You have earned some food. I will allow you to have some food because you've been a good boy and you fetched when you were told to. Okay, so next up, I want to take this one back to the, to the dealership, and we're going to get a slightly bigger drill. The width of this one is not too bad. I'm not that worried about the width of it. It's the capacity of it. The capacity is the bit that holds this one back. Even if I get one with the same width, having a much larger capacity is going to help us out immensely. Now, we've got 500 litres of seed back there, so depending on what we get, I'll see how much seed we buy as well, but, oh, hang on. I'm still on euros. I will switch that over. I haven't switched that over. That was what I said I was going to do. We were going to have a look at some contracting. We still haven't done that at all yet. So we'll get some of these other jobs going, and we will have a look at some contracting. Like to do some of that, because obviously, we do need some money. We need some cash. We need cash flow at the moment is a little bit limited. So, if we have a little bit more cash flow, that's not going to hurt us. I actually forgot to return that one. I'm still paying for it. I sat it there in the middle of the yard, and I completely forgot to do anything to it. Let's just bounce you in across there and drop that one down. There we go. Right. Move that one going there a second. And we want to go here. So, you can be returned. Yes. Okay. And then you, right there. I can repair it. Condition is halfway. Age 3 days. Value 10,600. That is insane. Yes. I'm happy to sell it for $10,600. That is a huge amount. Right, so we got planters or we got seeders. Now, planters, they do standard corn for silage. They do the sunflowers. They do beans. Beans can be done with the other one. And it's cotton and sugar beet as well. I don't want to do sugar beet at the moment. I don't want to do cotton. We will do some sugar cane, but we're not going to do that yet. And this, again, is another one that we're going to do later on. So, not worried about these at the moment. This one's got 1140. This one's got 1360 in it. Looks like this one only takes seed here. 600 litres. That one's an extra 1,500 litre tank on there. And then you've got these other various different ones. The Vardestad there. Okay, that one there looks very cool. I like the look of that one. Anyway, this is not what we're after. We want to go to seeders. You've got seeders and you've got planters. So you go into the seeders in here, and you've got this one right here, which is next to it. This one here is 13,000. This one is 30 grand. It's a bit more, but it does hold 2,800 litres of seed. And then you've got the Agro Mass one there, which is 5,000 litres. This one also fertilises, whereas this one does not. So we could get this one and then get the fertiliser in there as well. And I kind of feel that would be a step in the right direction. I don't know how much it takes, but it's grass, oilseed radish, beans, OSR, oats, barley, and wheat in that one. And then the Stara is a much smaller capacity. So this one here, but these two, again, they're only 3 meter width. So they're small seed drills. They're not very wide. You haven't got a big width on them. This one right here is a 4 meter one, so ever so slightly wider. You've got to buy it in conjunction with that one. You've got to buy the two together. And it's only a 1,500 litre tank. It doesn't do fertilizer as well. So I'm thinking this time that we go for the Agro Maz. This one, I like the idea. It is a direct seeder as well, which is good. But I like the idea of being able to put the fertilizer in. This is the bit that I like with this one. So if we go with that one right there, there's no other options with it, but you've got your twin tanks on the top that you can use. We can get a front loader and we can lift the stuff up and we can load that one if we want to, or we can just load it normally. We'll just like park up beside the stuff and load it, which is how I'm thinking we'll do it. Now, what it doesn't do, which I do find a little bit frustrating, to be honest, is it still doesn't tell you which bit is... what's the capacity of the seed tank and what's the capacity of the fertilizer tank. It doesn't tell you that. And there's no, there's nothing on here. There's no information given as to what separates them. And that's something that frustrated me in FS17, and it's still there now, frustrating me still. So we will go into there, and we will just lease that one, and then we'll go into this bit here, and we will go to, no, not pallets, big bags. Right there. Bags have been changed. The prices have altered slightly. Now, we are actually, if you go... there's something else that I want to look at, because those prices there, I can't remember which those prices are. It's not there. Where is the economy change? It's not there. Is the economy on here? Because we've now got a new adjustable for the economy, the in-game economy. Now, we started on easy mode on here, but as far as I know, with the update to 1.2, the economy setting is now different. So we got weeds on, autosave I've switched off. Helper refill manure is off, the plant growth is on normal, withering is off, crop destruction is on, periodic ploughing on, and lime required. Helper refill automatically is all switched off, and then you got fuel usage. Timescale, economic difficulty, easy. Affects the buying and selling of prices. Also, the revenue of contracts is based on these factors. So you got easy, you got normal, you got hard. So it's actually defaulted on easy. I didn't realize that. Some people said that it defaulted to normal, even when you were on the easy settings, but it hasn't. It stayed on easy, so we don't need to worry about that. That is exactly as it should be. I don't think... those prices, the easy and so on, I don't think they affect these. So the seed is still the same price. And I'm going to buy 2 bags of this. I'm going to hope that I've got at least 2,000 litres worth of storage on there. Nope. Nope, back. But solid fertilizer, the big bag, that's gone up. It was 1,600. That's now 1,920. They've increased the price of that. And I was told, well, the theory is, it's not sort of been stated specifically, but the theory is that maybe it's to compensate for, like, to try to encourage, like, level the playing field a little bit more, because there was no real reason to use a sprayer rather than using a solid fertilizer spreader. I mean, you use a sprayer for the herbicide, but there was no real reason to use a sprayer tank. It was better to just use solid fertilizer. And I think the fertilizer there has gone up slightly in price as well, but not quite as much. I'm not sure. But yeah, the solid fertilizer here, this is $2,000 just about for 1,000 litres, whereas the other one is now 3,200 for 1,000 litres. So I'm guessing it's to try to sort of balance the prices a little bit better. I'm not entirely sure, though. This is just guesswork on my part. I do know that the price of this stuff has gone up. So let's bring that out there. We'll go to you. We'll go up round the top. I've spent far too long sat in the shop talking again. I am sorry. I keep doing things like that. we need to get this one loaded up, and then we need to get back to the farm. So the first thing that we're going to do is going to find out how much seed we can put into this one. And like I said just now, this is a particular frustration with this game, in that it doesn't tell you what the separate tanks take. Now, I'm going to press R, and... no, I don't. R. I was pressing T. Right, so we're loading this one back up. We've got 1,000 in there. That is not full, but it looks like it's 3,000 for seed and 2,000 for fertilizer. That's what it looks like at the moment. So I'm just going to back that one over to there like that. And maybe go forward a bit. Forward a bit. Forward a bit. Nope. I'm going to press N. It's going to open that one. And then I can put the seed in. Should allow me to put the fertilizer in a minute as well. I think the fertilizer's not quite close enough. I've got to change the tank over. Like that. Now it's working. It's now able to get to the next one. So just load that one up there. So that one there, 2,000 litres, it does fill it right up with fertilizer. So there's all the fertilizer that we want in there. We've got room for one more big bag of seed, which we'll go and buy now. So I'll just quickly buy that one. There we go. Come out of there, and it will automatically open the correct one there and load it up. So we've got 3,000 litres of seed. And I've also got back home a little bit more seed that we took out of the other seed drill. So this 3,000 litres, this ought to be plenty for everything that we want to do. Now we've got to decide what we're actually going to plant. And we've got a few different options for planting. At the moment, we've got 23,000 litres of wheat. We got 18,000 of barley. That's our chicken feed. That's chicken feed there. We've got some sunflowers, and we've got some oats. The oats is for the horses. We've got some beans here. We've got a bit of corn there as well. We're not planning to get pigs yet. Pigs is further down the line. So we're just waiting on a great demand for that one to be able to sell those. And then we got the beans there as well. I'm thinking the smaller field we will plant beans, and then the bigger field we will plant one of these. But I don't know which one to go for. Possibly the oats, because in looking at these prices here, canola is alright, although sunflowers might be nice to do some sunflowers actually, because we haven't done those yet. Okay, you persuaded me. We're going to do sunflowers. I think you've got to get a special... no, you can do it. Sunflowers, either got to be the sunflower header, or you can use a corn header to do that. So we're going to be selling our combine, and then probably leasing a combine in order to be able to do the harvest, but we're certainly going to be selling the combine we've got and upgrading. So, yeah, I think we could do that. I think we could do that. If we get a corn header with it, then, you know, we've got corn available for the next time as well if we want to do some corn. Or maybe we do corn silage or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But I'm liking the idea of doing a bit of sunflowers. Well, sunflowers are out because this one doesn't plant sunflowers. It does plant beans, though. So we can plant beans in one of the fields, and then we will do... I'm thinking oats, actually. Oats seem to be quite a good yield. I don't know... well, they pay well, but whether it's a significant increase on yield, I don't actually know. I'm going to go with oats on the big field, and then we'll plant beans on the smaller field. Purely because I'd like to... the reason I want to do this is the baling. We're going to do square bales, and so we'll have a load of straw over here, and we'll do all of it with square bales. It's just going to be quicker and easier, but because we've got square bales, I'm not too worried about the whole issue with it taking absolutely ages to do the baling. If we're using the round baler, I'd do it the other way round, because it would take way too long to do the baling. But because we're not using the round baler, I am going to get a other baler. It should be fine. We shouldn't have any issues. The only thing we could really do with is lime. We haven't put lime on here, and some of it does need lime. Not all of it needs lime. We could do with a slightly more robust tractor to get up and down these hills. He's struggling a bit with this, isn't he? He's definitely struggling a bit with his hill. I think he's going to be all right. He's just going to take a little bit of time to get going. So, we'll bring you on round that way. There we go. Right. He's going to be all right. It just might take a little bit of time to get going. I'm thinking that we want to do twice around the outside just to get the outside edges established. And then once we've done that, we can go on and do the rest of it. Let me just stop him there a second. Go to you. Right, that's all done completely. The only other cultivating we got is that field over there. And I'm not actually going to worry about cultivating that one. We've done loads of cultivating. Main reason being I don't want to cultivate up all of the grass on the field. We've already got grass on part of that field, and that is being replanted. So there seems to be little point in doing that. Out of the way, Cerberus! Seriously, dude, what are you doing standing in the way like that? You're going to get run over. You should know enough by now to know that you get out the way when the tractor is coming. I thought you were better than that. Something I'm curious about. See if it's been fixed or not. No. Right, well that bit hasn't been fixed. I don't know if that's going to be fixed or not. Sometimes these things are fixed. Sometimes they say it's not worth fixing. So you can do it like that. You can lower it down and then unfold it. And we can just do that. Right. Stop you there. Go back up to this one. And keep going with our oat planting. This is a very, very slow process planting these oats. And partly because I don't think this tractor has quite got the oomph in it to properly pull this seed drill. So we're going to have a look at that in a minute. As we get down to the bottom of the hill, I'm going to go right round, and we're going to just do this first round. And then we're going to go and check something with this one, because I'm not entirely certain that this tractor is fully prepared at the moment. But I do have... I feel that there is potential with this tractor. You know, this one definitely has the potential. It's just not quite fully realized its own potential just yet. So if I bring that down round there, I'm actually going to just lift it out a minute and then go back over there like that. And put it straight along that lower edge there. Like that. And I'm not going to go all the way. I'm just going to sort of stop like that. We can go there, and then we can go racing up this way. Now, of course, the question is, are you able to access... Somebody said that it had been changed. I love the fact that we can drive around through there now without any issues. I absolutely love it. I really do. Okay, yeah, I've been told a couple of times that you can actually access everything in here. But I don't see how. I don't see how you go to the next machine in order to be able to do the customization. Right, engine setup there, the 7210 Pro. The 7230 Pro, that's going from 170 up to 214. If I spend 42,000, that goes up to 255 horsepower. Wait a minute. 42,500, and then it goes to 261. Okay, I can take it all the way up to 261 horsepower and spend $45,000 on this. I don't have $45,000, so there's not really an option, but I do have 22,000, so I can... how much are we giving it? Wow, okay, 44 horsepower. We're giving this an extra 44 horsepower if I do this. Customize. Oh, yes. Right, definitely worth it, I feel. Let's see how this works out. So I want to hitch that one back on, and I want to hitch that one back on down there. So we will back down here. We've now got an extra 44 horsepower. And I'm hoping this extra 44 horsepower is going to be enough to allow this tractor to comfortably get round the field. It was struggling to pull this. And we're not going to hold it against the tractor. It was obviously slightly underpowered for it. So we can't be holding that against it. Swing you in round like that. And there's obviously some fertilizing being done here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure what fertilizing has been done, but it's not... Right, what? Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to lower the front weight and switch it on. Doesn't quite work like that. So I've switched on the back one and then lowered the front weight. That's better. Okay, with smooth start on a level playing field is easy. That goes along just fine. But it's going up this hill. How good is our $22,000 investment going to be? Is it going to be sufficient to get us up this hill with relatively little fuss? Well, it was doing 4 miles an hour up the hill, and it's now doing 7 miles an hour up the hill. So I would say that is a positive, a real positive. We've had a really good, strong step in the right direction. Still a little bit slow on the steepest part right here. But, yeah, it's barely slowed it down. Then we come up round here. It instantly leaps forward, properly going fast now. And then comes up on round. Okay, this is now actually looking quite good. So we've had a decent upgrade. So it is definitely worth doing the upgrade. $22,000 on that rather than selling this tractor and getting a different one. It was worth the upgrade. Now, we could do another upgrade. We got another $22,000 that we could spend to upgrade it again to the next end. Although, I don't know if you've got to buy the whole new engine still at 40 grand, or if we just know if we have like a partial upgrade now. I'm not actually sure about that. I'm really hoping that you've only got to have a partial upgrade so that we now spend another 20,000 to upgrade, and it doesn't still cost 40 grand to get the next engine up. Because if it does, that's going to be a bit disappointing. I'm going to be very disappointed. I suspect, though, it is, isn't it? I think that it is. I don't think that you've got any choice in the matter. Yeah, I really want to drive over there and find out. Well, I'll tell you what, we don't actually want to do that bit. So, if I just switch that one off a minute, we go back over here, and then we can quickly run this one right up to the top, and we can get that last bit. So, if I just go up through here, whizzing around our new road that we terraformed. Beautiful. Isn't it absolutely beautiful, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't it absolutely wonderful? Customize. Right. We've now got 7230 Pro. Oh, thank goodness for that. Right. 20,000. 23,000 there. So that's an extra 3 grand will give us another 6 horsepower. 214 all the way up to 261 is 56 horsepower. Another 56 horsepower for 23,500. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So we're spending 40 grand altogether for an extra 100... What did we have? We started with almost 100 horsepower. Not quite 100 horsepower. It's not quite gotten it. It's not quite that full 100 horsepower, but it's still pretty close. And altogether, it will be about 40 grand if we do the full upgrade. 45,000. 45,000 for a 100 horsepower boost, or essentially another 100 horsepower tractor. That's pretty good. I'd say that's a fair exchange. I'm quite happy with that. I'm gonna just pull it up on this side because this is the slightly narrower turning circle place on this end of the land. So if I bring this round and we go up to the top, then we can set the hired help going, and the hired help should just then carry on and do all of the rest of this bit. We can then jump down and spend the last few minutes of this episode messing around with the fence and getting some of that tree loaded into the trailer down there, and maybe even get started on the next tree as well. So if I bring that up to there like that, and then I press H on there, it should... Yep, perfect. It should now start doing everything that we want it to do. It's going to go in there. It's got to do all the turning round. So turning round takes far longer than the actual planting does when you're doing short work. I mean, that's fairly true of real life anyway. But the hired help does sometimes make it look a little bit difficult, doesn't it? There we go. Bring that back up through there. But that's quite nice there. Hang on. Let me do that. There we go. Look. Power upgrade and a new drill. That's looking pretty good. I'm quite pleased with that. We'll let that one carry on. Right, we want to go back down here. Start you up. And I want to get that log fork. So this is our next little job. Just throw that one onto there. Look at that. Like magic, that one is. Now, I don't know what improvements have been made to this log fork. This one was pretty good anyway. It was the one on the stepper trailer that has apparently been improved. And we will have a look. We know that the other one, it's definitely been improved. I mean, I still don't like it very much, but it definitely seemed to have been improved. Now, my question here, though, is how well can I pick up 2 logs? Right, well, I can't pick up 2 logs there at the moment. Can I push them down to there? If I go like that, can I push them together? Nope, doesn't like that. 1 log at a time seems to be what you've got to do with these. I'll do that. That just kind of flipped all the way round and then just unloaded them. As like, you know what? Nope, not interested. I'm not even going to help you out a tiny little bit with these. It's done it again there. Okay, I'm not quite sure what it thinks it's doing, but it is being a little bit odd. Let's jump out a second and just trim you off there. Straighten the steering wheel a minute. There we go. Right. So we got you. Now, if I lift you up into the air, you should, in theory, be able to just dump this straight in. And how well are you actually going to stick into the trailer? That's the next question. You are not going into that trailer very... Oh, actually, once you sort of get it moving a little bit, it did seem to go in without too much of a fuss. We haven't had to cut these up small, and that is a real bonus. It is struggling, though. It is definitely struggling to pick up these curved branches. It doesn't like these. I can pick that one up like that and drop you in there. So yeah, we're struggling with the curved branches a bit. I guess that's sort of understandable. This game has always struggled with curved branches. It's just kind of a thing where we do struggle with those branches. Let's put that. Okay, that one's picked up a lot better. But not only does the game struggle with the curved branches, it sort of handling these deciduous trees anyway. They've always been sort of a bit of a nuisance, and I know a lot of people who really don't like handling the deciduous trees at all. They are a lot of trouble. If you can change the deciduous trees over to pine trees, then it's usually just a lot easier. I know people who will go to a new map and they dislike these types of trees so much they take one of 2 options. They either immediately go through and remove them all, or any that are going to be anywhere near, using a mod that will just instantly chip, shred, get rid of as quickly as possible. And they do that at the beginning, so then they haven't got to worry about it. Or they'll go through and they'll edit all of those trees out, just remove them from the map, and then replace them with coniferous trees or something like that, just to make it easier. Because these trees, they're a nuisance. They're an absolute nuisance. And that it's not fun for everybody to go and remove them all. I can understand that. I really can. Having removed several of them from this map now, I can understand that, people can easily get fed up with them. I'm 2 minds of them. I do like to take a break from them for a while, and I have been doing them for I've done several now, but we haven't actually got that many that I need to clear. I want to take that one there and that one there. That's 2. This one here, obviously, is 3. That one there makes 4. That one there makes 5. And then I got that one to make 6. So I got 6 trees that I want to remove. And I think we can get away with not taking any others out for now. We may have to come back, and we may have to do some more. I don't want to go too far away from that tree stump for a minute, because otherwise I'm going to lose where it is. I want to make sure I remember where... Oh, I know what we can do. This one over here is... He's left a bit. He's actually left it, but we're going to have to come back over and pick up some of the bits that he's left behind, because it's not quite perfect, but he's doing all right. We could do with him going all the way up through there and turning around right at the top, but he's not going to. He's going to turn around right here. Yeah. Might be all right. There is going to be a little bit of a gap there, but overall it's probably going to be okay. Unless he... No, he's not going to. It's going to go to that bit. Right, let's not worry about that. But no, it was this one here that I want to go to, because I want to see if the... this one ought to be able to take the stump grinder. This is a 150 horsepower tractor, and I do keep forgetting this. We've got 150 horses on this one. There's no reason why this one won't run the stump grinder. So we can put the stump grinder on the back of here. We can run this one then over to the where we're doing the trees, and we can remove the stumps as we take the trees down, so that we don't lose track of where those stumps are. So yeah, there's 2 trees there, there's a couple round the back, 6 trees. 6 more trees, and we should have everything out, and then we can start, like, our big leveling project. That's going to be expensive, though. Removing the hill is expensive. The terraforming does cost money, so it's naturally it's going to be... You're removing that sheer massive quantity of dirt is going to end up being expensive. Now, how well is that stump going to come out? I think it's all gone. I think that was it. If we need to do anything else, just shut that down. And shut that tractor off. And we'll go over to here, and we have just about run out of time for today's episode. I'm going to cut this tree down before we finish up, so that we can start taking a look through this one. Just because I'd like to. If I come down over to the lower side here, let's see what that does. There, I want to get that down. I reckon about there would be good spots. So yes, if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And over it goes. Right, so this tree here, these ones are a bit of a nuisance, but we'll start shredding that one up in our next episode. We've also got the seeding to do over there, and we've got more seeding to do on here, and then we've got more seeding to do over there to get that grass back up to scratch. We've got a combine that we'll need to swap over at some point, and we also need to keep an eye on sales, possibly go selling some stuff. We could do with some more horse riding, and that being said, I'm actually going to go and do a little bit of horse riding just to finish up, because we haven't done any for several days, and it'd be nice to have a look. So Tech Lime over there has not had any. Tyree has had a load of riding, but Tech Lime has not had any riding at all today, and it's nearly the end of the day. This is not the way to behave. So you are Tyree, aren't you? Oops. Yeah, Tyree. Right, Tech Lime is the one that I want. Here we go. Okay, so until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.